Hello there, this is Adam Shaw, and today you catch me sitting in Bruce King's garden just as it's about to rain, Bruce. I'm not sure there's any significance to that or how long we'll be able to proceed with this interview, but I'd just like to thank you for inviting me.
It's a pleasure. Should I get an umbrella?
Well, we could do, yeah. We could start singing and maybe do our singing in the rain thing. But I've known Bruce for a few years, and one thing I know about Bruce is he's very straight talking and he's had a very interesting past. So I'd just like to say that Bruce is an international bestseller of sales books. He talks internationally about how to sell, how to double your sales, and the author of Psycho Selling. So would you like to tell us a little bit about that side of who you are, Bruce?
Yes, I mean, it certainly wasn't my original career. In fact, when I first left college, I was involved in alternative medicine, complementary medicine, as it's known nowadays, for quite a few years. But in those days, it was very alternative, and it was hard to make a living. And I decided that I needed to earn a lot more money than I possibly could in that particular field at that time. And by a bizarre series of coincidences, I ended up as a salesperson, a self-employed, commission-only salesperson, working with a major life insurance company. And within no time at all, I shot to the top of the sales league. I was #1 salesperson out of about 2,500 people. And I moved to another company, repeated the process, then I went on to managing sales teams and training sales teams, and eventually set up my own financial services company, which at one time I was employing about 75 salespeople.
Wow. How stressful was that transition?
It wasn't stressful at all.
So it was pretty effortless?
It was great fun.
Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed every single day of it. I loved the whole sales profession. I loved working with salespeople. As you say, I've written several best-selling books, and it was my first book, which was published by the BBC, Psycho Selling, you mentioned it before, which launched my career as an international conference speaker, because the book was sold by the BBC to publishing companies all over the world, translated into about 23 languages, and everything took off from there.
Yeah.
And you know, there's been several books since, and yeah, I spend most of my time working with salespeople, coaching salespeople, and having a jolly good time.
So for anyone out there that's got an issue selling, what would you say to them?
Don't have an issue with it.
I told you he was straight talking.
Listen, I got 3 favourite definitions of selling. Okay. The first one is helping people to buy. There's nothing onerous or high pressure about that. But people do need help to buy. My second definition is transferring your enthusiasm for your idea, product or service to someone else, and of course helping them to buy. What's wrong with that? Nothing to be ashamed of. My third definition is exposing companies and individuals to problems they never knew they had, to opportunities they maybe never knew existed, and then showing them how your idea, product or services can help them solve the problems and exploit the opportunities, and helping them to buy. And there's nothing high pressure about that either.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually a very nice thing to be doing.
So it really is about getting your mindset right,
Yeah.
and then selling happens naturally.
Yeah.
I like that. So let's talk about what was significant about Bruce and why I've chosen to interview him today, apart from the fact I think he's a really good guy, is Bruce has had a triple bypass relatively recently. Would you tell us about that experience, Bruce?
It was May 2010, and I'd been for a very long walk that morning, felt on top of the world. I'd do a 3, 4, 5 mile walk every morning, came back and just started sweeping the patio here, and didn't feel quite right. It felt like I had bad indigestion. So I went inside, and my lovely wife Stephanie made me a cup of tea, gave me a couple of tablets for indigestion, and I felt fine, started sweeping again, and below me got that strange feeling again. And I knew there was something wrong. I didn't know what, but I knew something was wrong. I'd heard, if you think you've got a heart problem, swallow some aspirin quickly. So I grabbed a couple of aspirins, chewed them up and swallowed them. And I came back in and I said to my wife, Stephanie, I said, I'm going to the hospital. Now, I've never said, in all the years we've been married, I'm going to the doctor. let alone going to the hospital.
Yeah.
So we went off to the hospital. To cut a long story short, 3 days later I was having a triple heart bypass.
Wow.
I hadn't had a heart attack, thank goodness, but my arteries were completely blocked.
And no warning signs at all.
Nothing whatsoever. Not a thing.
Yeah.
Bizarre.
So complete luck in one respect that you went for that checkup when you did.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that just to demonstrate how.
But I didn't know. I knew something was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. But how important it is to check up on that feeling, because a lot of people don't, Bruce.
You're starting to
That's
get quite wet, Adam.
I'm enjoying the rain here. This is quite a fascinating
This is
experience.
warm rain.
Yeah, this is my first sort of shower, in an interview shower. This is a first. And the sun's coming out, so I'm hoping we're going to get a
Might get a
rainbow here.
rainbow over the
There
back
could be a
there.
rainbow, Bruce, so I'm holding out. So how did your life change after the triple bypass?
It changed in a few ways, Adam. First of all, I never complained about the weather ever again.
That's why we're having this interview.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, it didn't matter if I woke up and the sun was shining, or it was pouring with rain, or snowing, or howling winds, because I could look out the window and go, thank God I'm still here.
Yeah.
My life also changed because I made the decision that, you know, I was going to enjoy every single day a lot more
Yeah.
and never let things bother me anymore. And the third thing that happened was that I also decided that I wanted to spend some of my time, but mainly my spare time, although it is creeping into my day's work a little bit, but I wanted to do something to raise money for children's charities and to inspire children to grow up to be the very best they can be. And they don't teach that stuff at school, most schools. And because writing's one of my key skills, and because I had been writing books for my grandchildren for the past couple of years, I decided to write a children's book and self-publish it in the UK and donate the profits to charity. One of the things I learned is that it's very easy to self-publish a book. It's not so easy to sell them, and I'm a salesman.
Yeah.
But we have reasonable sales every single day. What was far more interesting was that my Swedish publishers, who only publish business books, they decided they'd like to give it a try in Sweden, and they had it translated into Swedish, and within a week to 10 days of it being released over there, it was the bestseller, #1 on 4 different online book charts.
Yeah.
And it's now sold about 6,500 copies since then. That's in the last 6 weeks. Sales are going up every single day. And we've written a teacher's guide, so they're now starting to use it in schools. And they want another book by September ready for the Christmas market.
Wow. What a turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how has that affected you?
It hasn't. It's used up a lot of my spare time.
Yeah.
But it's been such fun. I have really enjoyed doing it. And I plan to write lots more.
Is fun important in life?
Oh, absolutely. Wasn't that long ago that I wrote an article for my Swedish publishers also publish a charity book every year, and they invite all of their authors to contribute one charity, to one chapter, not one charity, but charity on the brain. And the title of the last one, the whole book was all about various authors' opinions of why you should have fun at work.
Wow.
And why shouldn't you?
Yeah. So would you say fun is quite important for health?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to have fun. Got to relax. Got to laugh.
Yeah. So do you laugh more now?
Who was it? Who was it who killed themselves of cancer by laughing?
Well, I know Norman Cousins did a big thing on it. Was it cancer that he had? I think it was ankylosing spondylitis. He laughed himself.
He laughed himself well.
Yeah. Well, he certainly massively reduced the amount of pain. The
Yeah.
painkillers weren't working.
Mm.
So yeah, it's
Have
there's
fun.
There's a lot of
Don't
stuff
wait
out
till
there.
you get really ill before you start to have fun.
What one tip would you give people? I mean, I know that you've read a lot of books, you've written a lot of stuff about mindset and sales, but now that you've had the heart attack, there's a difference between knowing this as a theory and actually owning it as part of your daily lifestyle. What's the key distinction that's happened since you've had the triple bypass? What are you really owning more?
You know, Adam, you must have heard so many people say this and read so many books where it's mentioned and seen it on TV and heard other people talk about it. And what they say is live every day like your last, like it was your last day.
Yeah.
And the vast majority of people, the penny doesn't drop for them how important that is until they've had a triple heart bypass or a heart attack or something else tragically wrong with them. Don't wait.
I think that's really good advice. Really good advice. And since heart disease is the biggest killer on the world, then that's particularly poignant.
Yeah.
Now you've got a very special offer for anyone watching this video, Bruce. Would you like to share that?
Yes, thank you. The first book that I wrote for children, which is called How to Be a Super Bear, 7 stories to inspire children to grow up to be the very best they can be. As you heard, it's become a #1 bestseller in Sweden. We've probably sold so far about, in the UK and Sweden, 12,000, 13,000 copies. But I want every single child possible to get a copy of it. So we're now going to be giving it away, a PDF copy of it, not the hardback obviously, because there wouldn't be any money going to charity then. We're giving away the PDF of it. So that will be available. By the time you get to see this video, there will be a download link on Grandpa Super Bear's website, which is grandpasuperbear.com. Just go to the How to Be a Super Bear page and click on the link and you can get a free copy. And please pass it on to anyone you know who has children, grandchildren, or just knows other people who do.
Thanks, Bruce. That's a really generous offer. And just to let you know that I've got a copy of Bruce's book. It's fabulous. Not only do I like it, but my nephews love it, and they're 9 and 10. So it's been endorsed by the elder and younger generation. So Bruce, thanks so much for your time.
Pleasure, Adam.
It's ironic now that the interview's finished, the rain has virtually stopped now that I'm nice and wet. But it's been lovely getting wet with you, Bruce, and having a shower. Thank you so much.
Bye, buddy.
And for everyone there, be healthier, be happier, and have some fun along the way.